Hey everyone, it's Ben, and today we're going to take a look at the GoSun Sport solar cooker. I wasn't sure if I was going to like it, but I'm beyond impressed with its capabilities and how well it works and the many different applications and foods you can cook in it. So let's take a closer look, coming up right now on Living Survival. So this is the GoSun Sport model. I do have the carrying case for it, which does make it nice. It's got a shoulder strap on it, plus these carrying handles. You can just throw it in the back of your car. It does weigh 7.5 pounds for the stove. So let's take a look at it, and then I'm gonna cook something because I am hungry. So you can also lift the stove just by lifting the two legs here. Assembly is super simple. You simply just flip these legs around. And on the bottom here you have two clips, which you can clip together to keep the legs from spreading out on you. Just flip that together on both sides. And then basically what you have here, and I'm not going to point it directly to the sun right away, I do not want that to heat up without food in it. So what you have here is your parabolic reflectors, then you have your vacuum tube, and then you have the food tray, which slides in. Now this bag does have several compartments. This is how the food tray comes, basically with a handle. The handle can be stowed by screwing it into the end here, but we can go ahead, since we're going to cook with it, we can go ahead and just screw that to the outside. Now you'll notice this does have a gasket as well right here with a little notch in it, and that's your vent notch. Basically you're going to make sure that that's up at all times, but this would be the tray that you load up with food. Now the options are almost endless for what you can do with this GoSun stove. You can bake with it. I did some baked salmon with some vegetables. I'll roll in some footage of that. All right, so it's been about 35 minutes, and let me go ahead and check this here. Oh boy. Let me get in here with a fork. Oh wow, still can't believe you can use the power of the sun. You can roast with it, roast nuts and other things such as that. You can steam with it, you can fry with it, you can, you know, place frozen foods in here and heat those up as we're going to do today. When you're done using the unit, it also does come with a scrubber that you can screw onto the end here, and then you could insert that with some soapy water into the vacuum tube and clean that out. Honestly, even with some messy foods, I found it very easy to keep the tray clean. If you're going to do something that might stick, make sure you spray it with maybe some olive oil spray or melt some butter in there. So, you know, you use it pretty much the way you would use a regular stove or a regular oven. So the other thing that's cool is it comes with not only a user's guide for best practices, but also comes with a cookbook, which shows you all the different things that you can use this for. And I was amazed at all the different applications. So you can do eggs, you can do scrambled, fried, hard boiled, which is really cool. I'm gonna get some of those little rubber baking trays and then pour the egg mixture into that and try to make some quiche. You can make burritos, whether they're frozen, or you can just prepare, you know, the beef and the chicken. You do want to cut that stuff up. I did some bacon. I probably would do it next time just by cutting it up. You could certainly do sausages, as we're going to do today. You can roast, so you can do nuts and sunflower seeds and garlic cloves and all sorts of things that you can roast. Freezer stuff, so anything. We're going to do some pizza rolls today, but pretty much anything in the freezer aisle. I also thought you could get one of those pasta, frozen pasta dishes that basically you just heat up. You could put that in there. And then something else to consider too is if you're using frozen foods and you get liquid in here, you do want to periodically check this and make sure you dump out some of that excess liquid. But that's awesome. We're gonna do some pizza rolls, as I said today. Sausage and hot dogs, of course. Fish, I did that before. Stir fry would be cool. You could also, again, get one of those pre-prepared stirred fries and just stick it on in there. Meats, again, when you're doing that, you wanna make sure that you cut them up. You can bake with it. You can do muffins, cookies, and bread. And again, you can do just snack items too, dips, appetizers, veggies. I mean, pretty much the sky is the limit, or the sun is the limit in this case. I have a partly cloudy day today. The clouds just came over, as you may have noticed. This thing is still gonna work. So let's get it set up, let's get it loaded up, and we'll cook some food. The super cool thing about this stove is how easy it is to use and how fun it is to use. So we're gonna load up our tray here, and we'll get this pointed towards the sun. Again, you don't want to point it towards the sun until you're ready to use it. So I'm going to put some pizza rolls in here, and typically they say that the end of the tray opposite of the handle cooks faster. So I'm just going to put a couple pizza rolls, which are sort of semi-frozen here. In the end, you don't want to overload it, so you don't want to go over the top there. And then we definitely got to test it out with some cheddar brats. So I'm just going to throw 2 cheddar brats in there and some pizza rolls. So I'm basically just going to do it just like that. We can put these down into a single layer, that'll help. And then all you do is you stick the food tray into the vacuum tube here. Make sure again that your vent is facing upwards. Stick it all the way in there, and then we want to aim it. So I want to look up where the sun is, and I want to direct it towards the sun, which is this way here, and at about that angle. You can adjust the angle by adjusting the base. So they recommend every hour as the sun moves, you can move it along with it. So the sun is pretty much overhead here today. The way to tell is that you want to stand in front of it, or in this case I can put my hand in front of it. You want your shadow to go perpendicular to the stove, so that looks pretty good there. And then you want to see blue in your reflectors, which I do. So we're going to give this about 15 to 20 minutes, and we'll check on our food. So we're right at the 20-minute mark. Let's go ahead and check on our food here. We have the cheddar brats, of course, at first. And yep, these are definitely done. They're almost too hot to touch. See if I can break one apart. That's just too hot to hold. And our pizza rolls in the back here. They're definitely not frozen anymore, and they're definitely quite warm. I'd say those are done too. So it's just super awesome how you can just put some food in there, kind of set it and forget it, and come back, have a nice hot meal without firing up any stoves, turning on any ovens. Again, my food tray is nice and clean. All I'm gonna have to do is wipe it out. So let's go ahead and we'll test our food. When you're done cooking, you want to close up the flaps, or just put it out of the sun and let it cool down before you pack it away. So packing the stove down is very simple. Again, you can touch this, it's cool. You just want to fold in your reflectors, and then I just flip it around like this. Squeeze my legs together a little bit so I can get these clips undone. And you can simply just rotate these legs back around the other way. So just holding on to the bottom there, and just rotate these legs back up, and you're good to go. Now you want to set this out of the sun for a little while and make sure it cools down. Cleaning again is super simple. You could just pour some dishwater soap in there and scrub it with the scrubby, or just rinse it out. Very, very cool, and it's already ready to go for next time. So let's go ahead and test out some of this food here. We got the pizza rolls. Hot. It's just so cool. Throw food in and heat it right up. Hot. Check out one of these brats. Let me see if I can. Nice and hot. Slamming. Now the other cool thing is, if you wanted to reheat this or keep it warm, you could just slide it right back in the tray. Dips, for example, tailgating or something, you could just keep dips nice and warm in there. Some cheese dip or something, that would work great. Now if you wanted to divide these two sections up, you could use tin foil. So I could put my hot dogs with tin foil and then just raise up the flap a little bit. Let's say I was doing beans or corn over there. I wouldn't really want it to slide down into whatever I'm cooking on the other side. So I've found that you can just do tin foil with one item on one side and something else on the other side, if you care about them running together. But either way, you can load up enough food in here to feed, you know, small kids or 2 adults. Definitely can do 2 meals in here. I find it really, really cool, really simple to use, and really fun to use as well. So as you can see, the GoSun Sport is pretty awesome for camping, for RVing, or just times when you don't want to heat your house using the oven, using the stove. You can do so many things with this model. You can do so many different foods with this model. Now you are limited to about 2 servings, and of course it's going to take a little bit more time than just firing up a gas grill. But if you consider the time it takes to light charcoal, for example, or the power that you use when using the microwave to heat frozen stuff, it just might be a better solution for times like that. I know for me, it's fun to use. There's definitely applications like today where I'm working on the house, I'm outside, I can just throw some food in there. I don't have to worry about a stove, I don't have to worry about a grill, I don't have to keep going in and out of the house. Let's say you work remotely somewhere, you could just take some food along with you and use this thing to cook. So again, great for those applications as well as RVing, camping, and outdoor activities like that. Now they do make several different models. They have their original Dogger, which is a 1 serving. They have the Sport model, which we looked at today, and then they have their grill model, which will do, I believe, up to 8 servings. So would be cool to check something like that out as well. Again, the stove isn't affected by wind or temperature. As long as you can get a shadow from the sun, you can cook with the GoSun stove. So as always, I'm going to leave a link below to GoSun where you can check them out. I'm also going to leave a link below the first pinned comment in this video over to my second channel if you want to go over there and take a look at some of the projects I am working on. That would be cool. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please give it a big thumbs up for me. Make sure you leave me a comment below. Please share this video to your friends and family on your social media. And as always, click that red subscribe button. Subscribe to my channel for more videos.